Today, the state budget process begins in earnest. Appropriations hearings are underway at the state capitol. The presidents of all 4 state-related universities trying to justify their requests for hundreds of millions of dollars. Dennis Owens joins us live from the state capitol with more on this story. Good afternoon to you, Dennis.
Good afternoon to you, James. State-related universities, a quirky little part of higher education in Pennsylvania. For instance, Penn State University is not a state university. It's a state-related university, along with Pitt, Temple, and Lincoln universities. But they still get plenty of state money, about $600 million combined last year, and are asking for increases of 7% this year. House members pushed on what these schools are doing to prepare college students for actual jobs in the workforce. What are they doing to make it more affordable and reduce student debt? Graduating in 4 years is a big part of saving money. Temple's president says his school knew that, did something about it, and it's working.
We implemented a couple years ago a Fly in 4 program. So we're owls, fly in 4 years. And we put a whole lot of programs in place to make sure that our students are finishing in 4 years, not in 5 or 6, because that's where, as you said, they incur the most debt. So we have to do things like give them more financial aid.
And if you're wondering about specifics, Penn State University this current fiscal year got $269 million, $155 million for Pitt, $158 million for Temple, and $15 million for Lincoln. And again, they are asking for a 7% increase. I should say Governor Josh Shapiro, in his budget proposal, would give them a 7% increase. They're going to hash it out, and we'll see what happens. James, I found it very interesting. One lawmaker said, if we go ahead and give you that 7%, will you promise to freeze your tuitions? All 4 universities said, no, we can't do that. That's the story at the state capitol. Let's send it back to you.
Dennis, you read my mind. I was just about to ask you about tuition. The hearing that's happening right now, has it been pretty contentious?
Not really contentious. I think, everybody has either these universities or people who go to those universities in their district, and everybody recognizes education, higher education needs to be funded, but there are some people pushing on a couple of threads. Another hot button topic was the right to know law. The 4 state-related universities, for some reason, are not subject to that right to know law. One lawmaker said, I can't approve a 7% increase without that right to know law, which would let me see what you're paying in salaries and what's going on in the books that we currently can't see when we're voting on your budget. So there are a couple of moments where there's some things, but in general, it's genial, and everybody understands the importance of higher education in Pennsylvania.
Dennis, I have to say, I always love your live shots there at the Capitol with the singing behind you. It just makes it sound so much more majestic, whatever you're talking about.
They were just doing some Jackson 5, which I thought was awesome, actually, young kids. A little throwback Tuesday for you. They're pretty good, but they're loud and I can barely hear you. So let's send it back to you.
All right, Dennis Owens live there at the state Capitol today.